we approach our administration approaches this county as one Henrico. I know there's a perception in the community of West End and East End, but all of our schools provide students with an opportunity to be successful and with the supports necessary to achieve to their highest ability. On what goes into an individual's perception. But from the school division standpoint, we are working diligently to demonstrate that we are putting resources where they are needed the most. And that does not necessarily mean that every school gets an equal amount of funding support, but if schools in one area of the county need additional teachers or instructional coaches or behavior support, we're going to direct those resources where they will be needed the most. But I think it is fair to say that where there is poverty, you may also find disparities in some aspects of academic performance. It's a nuanced topic. It's hard to paint that one with the broad brush, but it's fair to say that there are studies that show poverty has an impact on student achievement in some cases.
Yeah, I think what you see is, again, the county tries to do its best, being equal in the distribution of resources. And you can define a resource, again, in many different ways: facilities, technology, teacher quality, whatever it might be. And so I think they actually have done their best. But that's just because you try to do equally doesn't mean it's equitable. And so what you're finding is that as the population in Henrico has changed dramatically, that you have to start addressing these problems of equity, which means you have to start dedicating more resources around after-school programs, around teacher quality, around curriculum, around assistance with testing and other measures that are assessed by the state and by the federal level, and so that changes the dynamic of the curriculum, and changes the dynamic of schooling. And so, I would say that in the West End, there's a higher income population.
Sure. Yeah, definitely do that.
Is the schooling and the curriculum look different than it does in the East End. In terms of teacher quality, you see teachers that have a tendency to want to leave and go to higher schools that have higher income, that might have probably more influence and have students that might have better opportunities. And so you see in the East End teachers that have not been especially for long, that might not have the quality as in the West End. And the school system has tried to alleviate that by asking teachers to confidently stay longer in the East End schools, as well as school leaders leave and go to the West End school. It's still a big problem. We still have higher turnover rate in the East End schools. And that's not good, having a high turnover rate with teachers, or high absenteeism, or any of the other teacher quality measures that you would have. So overall, I think that they're trying to equalize it, but the next question is, what can you do to make it more equitable? What can you do to help with those opportunity gaps that students come into school with because of income and their backgrounds and their life opportunities that they have? So how can you make that more equitable? And I think that's where they are right now. They're trying to figure that question out.
I'm sorry, so how do I think education affects? I'm sorry, I'm not, let me turn a fan off in here. It's a little noisy. Hold on.